Trump says he no longer feels obligated to think only of peace as Greenland dispute deepens. In an extraordinary diplomatic escalation that has alarmed European capitals and NATO allies, US President Donald Trump has written to Norway's Prime Minister saying he no longer feels compelled to think purely of peace, as he presses his controversial demand for American control of the Arctic territory of Greenland. The message, delivered in a letter to Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Støre and seen by Reuters on Monday, marks a striking shift in language from the US president and adds a new layer of tension to already strained transatlantic relations. A letter with an unusual rationale. In the letter, Trump cited his disappointment at not receiving the Nobel Peace Prize, despite what he described as ending 8 wars plus, as part of the reason he no longer felt obligated to concentrate solely on peace. Although it will always be predominant, he wrote, I can now think about what is good and proper for the United States of America. The Norwegian Prime Minister's office confirmed that Trump's letter was authentic, but underscored that Norway's government has no role in deciding who wins the Nobel Peace Prize, a responsibility that rests with an independent Nobel committee in Oslo. Last year's award went to Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado, who later presented her Nobel medal to Trump during a White House visit, a gesture the Norwegian Nobel Committee said cannot transfer the prize itself. Greenland at the center of the dispute. Trump used the letter to renew his claim that Denmark's governance of Greenland, a vast autonomous Arctic island, is inadequate to protect it from global rivals such as Russia and China. He questioned why Denmark should have right of ownership anyway, insisting that without US control, the territory could not be secure. The world is not secure unless we have complete and total control of Greenland, Trump wrote, echoing rhetoric that has already triggered strong pushback from European leaders. Greenland has become the focal point of a broader dispute that includes Trump's threat to impose punitive tariffs on a group of European countries unless they agree to US terms on the island's future, a move that has provoked alarm among NATO members and other allies. Norway's response and NATO implications. Prime Minister Støre has repeatedly told Trump that Norway supports the sovereignty of Denmark and Greenland, and that the Nobel Peace Prize is awarded independently of any government. The letter came in response to a message Støre and Finnish President Alexander Stubb sent to Trump opposing his tariff threats against Norway, Finland, and other European countries over the Greenland issue. Experts and diplomats worry that linking Nobel recognition, territorial ambitions, and security rhetoric could undermine trust among NATO allies, a cornerstone of Western defense cooperation. While Trump portrays his stance as defending US interests, European officials have characterized the approach as coercive and destabilizing. A wider diplomatic fallout. Trump's unconventional justification, explicitly referencing the Nobel Peace Prize, has been widely reported and discussed across European media. Critics say the episode highlights deeper fractures in US-European relations, particularly at a time when the alliance faces strategic challenges in the Arctic, cybersecurity, and relations with Russia and China. For now, the dispute over Greenland and Trump's shift in diplomatic language remain a significant story, one that has sent ripples through capitals from Oslo to Brussels and Washington. How NATO and its member states manage this crisis could shape the future of transatlantic cooperation for years to come.